for the win in the final laps. Lap car ahead is Andy Lally, damaged in an early crash. He gives way. Nicely done there.
You can see Carl Edwards pulled down there trying to get out of Kevin Harvick's mirror just to give him get him to thinking that he may be trying to dive in there on the bottom. Harvick's too savvy for that, though.
Carl, nice run, center of the corner.
Don't let me get inside here.
2 laps to go. Can he find a way around? Harvick holds him off in that corner.
Yeah, Harvick's really good down in 1 and 2. He can get his car turned and back in the gas. This is where Edwards is a little bit better, though.
He's been best in the middle of 3 and 4.
Better get it done in a hurry.
One more time.
He's got one more shot.
Final lap of the race. The lap car is Marcus Ambrose.
Can he get to his back bumper down into turn 3?
Are we going to see the bump and run? Final corner.
Can't get there.
Kevin Harvick's going to get the run up off the turn and get to the checkered flag first. Momentum. Win number 4. Kevin Harvick takes the checkered flag tonight at Richmond.
Yeah, guys, you want out on pit road?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, that's definitely the turning moment for Kevin Harvick and his team, getting that caution flag and then the crew doing the job.
Kevin Harvick.
Well, thanks for everything, Richard.
With
Yes,
a
there, buddy. Great job.
very interesting week for him. As documented earlier, the deal to sell Kevin Harvick Incorporated's NASCAR Nationwide Series teams to Richard Childress. Kevin said it was important to get it done so he could come to Richmond with a clear head, ready to focus on the final 10 races with a one-track mind.
That's what it's going to do then. He's going to find himself right in the middle of the chase. He's going to find himself starting up at the top of the chase with Kyle Busch. That 4th win.
And for a guy who hadn't had a top 5 finish since early June, Harvick with his 4th win of the season tonight. Dave, the circumstances fell their way at the end.
Absolutely did, Alan. And it seemed like the 29 car was there, then it wasn't, then you guys got it back, Gil. How'd you do it?
Well, Budweiser Chevrolet's been good all night long on the early run. About the last 20 laps of the run, the 24 just comes on. I mean, he's really fast right there. But, I mean, man, right there, that was close. The 99, I mean, he had a few more laps and we'd have been in trouble. But, hey, that was a 400-lap race instead of a 500.
And a short run at the end.
Yeah, short run at the end. The car was at its best and just so happy with it. The guys on pit road, so proud of them. The guys in the engine shop, they've stepped up. I mean, we're ready to go to chase now.
They seem chase ready, Alan, to me.
I would say so. Good way to get ready for that 10-race run to the championship. Scored a win tonight at Richmond. Kevin Harvick with our Goodyear winning moment tonight. Wife Delana holding those eyes closed, wanted to make sure he held off Carl Edwards. Harvick celebrating tonight. We're back to Richmond after this message and a word from our ABC stations. A wild night tonight at the Richmond International Raceway. Some 15 caution flags. A lot of the guys who were trying to lock themselves into a place in the chase or who were hoping to race their way into the chase were involved in incidents throughout the night. Kevin Harvick persevered and came out on top of this race. Dr. Jerry Punch.
And Kurt Busch climbing out of his car. What a phenomenal comeback he had. The tire going down, right rear tire going down. Kurt, you guys battled back for a top 5 finish. Take us through your night.
Really a good, hard-fought battle. That debris from that early caution cut our right rear tire. And, yeah, we were lucky to obtain a yellow while we were sitting there limping around. So to fight back from that and to be in good position all night, we had a top 5 car with our Shell Pennzoil Dodge. Last 2 races to be running strong and to be up front, this is what we need for the next 10 weeks. But it's all a tribute to the guys giving me good pit stops, and we're making good adjustments on the car as we run.
couple of contacts between you and five-time champion Jimmie Johnson. What was going on there, Kurt?
We raced down into turn one, and I locked up the left front trying to avoid him. But when he came back to us, you could see it coming. That's not something you see from Jimmie Johnson every day. So I know we're in his head. If we're going to race this way, he's got to worry that there's 10 other guys in this chase, not just the 22.
Does this carry forward to the chase?
I'm good with where we are. We raced hard. We've got good cars that are not too terribly wrecked, but he's got to learn to race. He's been able to beat guys the last 5 years just by out driving them with what he has for equipment. If he wants to switch equipment, let's see what we can do. But I'm going to beat him fair and square with my Penske Dodge.
What's your mindset for the chase? The half the chase are on mile-and-a-half tracks. You're really good on those racetracks.
Yeah, I feel like our mile-and-a-half program is solid. We've got, Dover in the mix with that mile and the high bank. But, the way that this chase starts out new with Chicago, we've got to be good there to start off, go to Loudon where the chase formally began, and then worry about some of the trouble spots, which could happen at Talladega, Martinsville, and then the repave out in Phoenix is going to be very interesting.
Hey, thanks for your time. Well done tonight, man.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it.
Let's go to Jamie Little.
Well, of course, Jimmie Johnson was already locked in the chase coming in here, and you and Kurt have had your history together. Why this race, and why now get the payback? He basically just said, we just interviewed him, that you need to learn to race.
Okay, I got to run over going into one, so you're going to spin me out, I'm going to spin you out, just part of it. So I'm sure I'll go find him and talk to him, and he'll run his mouth, and we'll go from there. So we'll just we'll see what happens. But I've worked very hard to not have any contact with him, and even the Pocono thing, I made a move to break the draft. I didn't touch his car. He instigated and ran over the side of me. So if he can stop running into my low Chevrolet, everything will be just fine.
Do you think it's going to be over from here on out in the chase?
We'll see. Time will tell. It's in his hands. I didn't do anything until he ran me over. I passed him 2 or 3 times tonight without touching him, and then he ran me over going into one. So it is what it is. But I'm very excited for this Lowe's Impala. Our car, granted, we had our issues with getting turned around there, but we had a very strong race car start of the race tonight. It was running the top 4 or 5, and that's unfortunate we couldn't finish where we were supposed to tonight. But we'll go to Chicago and have a good race.
All right, 5-time Jimmie Johnson going for a 6th championship. He's seated 6th. Alan?
Well, this night was about Kevin Harvick finding a way to come back after Jeff Gordon got by him. Caution came out. His pit crew got in the lead. And Kevin Harvick has gotten himself a 4th win of this season.
Celebration worth waiting for, Kevin. What a strong drive, and it seems like so long we've been talking about we need to get back to where you were early in the season. How about this?
This is pretty awesome. First thing I want to do is thank all of our troops. I want to thank Officer Victor DePero, tomorrow's NYPD's 49th Precedence. All the troops for everything that they do for us. This is a special weekend. I want to say happy birthday to my mom tomorrow and Ford on Monday. But just a great night. Pit crew did a great job on pit road getting us off. And last week we had a good car. This week we had a good car, and we're able to capitalize there at the end. So just want to thank everybody from Budweiser, Ream, Jimmie John's Chevrolet, everybody from Realtree, and everybody else who helps on this car.
Did you have a doubt mid-race? He told you you'd burned off the rear tires, and things weren't looking that good.
Well, I knew I had burned off the rear tires, and it's just one of those deals where we were off that run. Then at the end we got too tight, but these guys are happy. Just want to thank the fans, everybody from Sprint, Hunt Brothers Pizza, Odyssey Batteries, SKF, PTC, Champion, Menards, Sherwin-Williams, and Safety Clean. Just a great weekend.
By the way, seated 2nd now with your 4th win, Kevin.
That's what it's all about in these first 26, and we learned that last year. We didn't win enough races in the chase, and we didn't, think we did a very good job of that for the last 10. So now it's all about the last 10 races, and we got a little momentum now.
Strong showing by Kevin Harvick and Team 29 tonight. Alan?
He's got a lot of momentum. After a summer of struggles, I think it's fair to say, for Harvick and his 29 team, a win tonight in Richmond gets him a great spot in seeding, as after tonight's race, they set the point total for all of the cars who make the chase to 2,000, and then you get 3 points for each win, except for the wild cards, who don't get any credit for their victories. The victories is what got them into the championship. So there you go. Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, equal points atop the standings as we get set to head to Chicagoland next weekend to begin the chase. Well, Clint Boyer's going to be one of those who finds himself shut out after tonight, Vince.
Clint Boyer talked earlier in the weekend about his odds being long to make the chase, and it was a tough night for you from the very beginning with the contact early, and then just kind of what happened.
Yeah, it started before that. Air conditioner quit about 10 laps into the thing, and you know, I got under David, and I just didn't get any room left down there, and I was trying to stay off of him, spun myself out, and ended up crashing some good cars, and you know, lo and behold, that was kind of what I needed, to be honest with you, and gave the new light and new hope. We drove as hard as I could and got back up to the front and got ourselves in position and gambled, you know, did the things you got to do to try to win the race, and just, you know, nothing's went our way, you know, really since Charlotte, about halfway through this season so far, and until you get some of those things swinging your way, you know, you got to keep trying, you keep putting yourself in those positions, and you know, I want to say congratulations to everybody in the chase. It means a lot to everybody in this sport to be a part of it, and you know, unfortunately, we're not, but there's always next year.
Yeah, thanks, Clint. Tough luck for Clint Boyer.
I don't know if we have enough time to describe everything that Dale Earnhardt Jr. had to overcome tonight. Junior, lap 8, about a 15-car pileup in turn 4. You got all been up there. You have to go back to 29th. You get the free pass 3 times because the car's all over the racetrack. How would you describe your night?
Well, we just kept working and trying to fix the car. It was tore up pretty bad in the front end. Had a lot of camber and just was really loose in and wouldn't turn in the middle, but we worked on it, trying to hit on something that would be kind of competitive, and we were real good. We could race the leaders on 10-lap tires, but after that we just go backwards and just try to fight for everything we could, every little bit of track position we could. But you know, I thought we was gonna have a pretty good car tonight. They had the 33 spun out over there, and everybody kind of knew about it except for 1 or 2 guys, and drove a few of us into the wreck, and I was locked the brakes up when that 13 sent me in the wreck. I locked the brakes up, and I'm in the door of this 11 car here, and I saw the 33 sitting up there, and I thought, well, you know, I'll get off the brakes, let the front tires roll, turn down the bottom, go around him. He was way up the track. But he gets off the brakes and rolls down the track in front of us. So I was, all right, I'm gonna hit him. So we hit him, and that was it. But we just worked hard the rest of the night.
And here's the best part with that wink. He is in the chase, folks. Dale Earnhardt Jr. held his breath and kept a great attitude, but he is now in the chase here in 2011. Jamie.
Well, he's the Cinderella story of the chase. His second attempt at making it. He gets it done this time. Your crew chief, a first-year crew chief in the Sprint Cup Series. How did you guys make this happen? The first half of the season, nobody would ever put their money on you guys to make yourselves in the chase.
Well, you know, we just didn't give up, and it's very easy to get down early in the season when things aren't going your way. But, you know, Jamie, we just focused on it, kept plugging away, doing all the right things and not giving up on them, and eventually you're going to be rewarded for that. So, you know, we've got a little bit of momentum going in the chase, you know, some strong runs. We weren't as fast as we wanted to be here tonight, but, you know, we still got a, you know, what was a 12th place finish, and I think we were a 15th place car. So, you know, when the chase comes, you've got to outfinish what you have for a car, and we're doing that as a team. We just got to continue to find more speed, and I'm sure all the boys back at Penske Racing are working on that right now, and we're ready to go. It's chase time, and we got the blue deuce in it.
All right, Brad Keselowski will be seated 11th, and Alan, he gave up 9 bonus points for those wins.
Yeah, he got into the chase, though, because of those wins. And for Brad Keselowski, what's there to complain about, right?